friends, and welcome to Living Your Best Life. Today we're going to talk about my very favorite subject, Down syndrome. We're going to learn about what is Down syndrome, what are the characteristics of Down syndrome, and how, most importantly, do we celebrate Down syndrome. So let's start at the beginning. Down syndrome is the most commonly occurring chromosomal abnormality. It happens in about 1 in every 700 births. Down syndrome is when there is an extra copy of the 21st chromosome. So people with Down syndrome have just a little bit extra. So cool. Now, that's why we celebrate World Down Syndrome Day on 3/21, March 21st, to celebrate the 3rd copy of the 21st chromosome. You'll hear a lot of times that people with Down syndrome have just a little bit extra. I agree, they have an extra chromosome, but they also have extra love to give, and extra smiles, and lots of extra joy. So that's really cool. All right, so now you're wondering, how do we celebrate World Down Syndrome Day? Well, there's lots of ways that you can celebrate. This year, you could think about hanging up posters. You could think about talking in your community about Down syndrome. Some people like to wear silly socks to celebrate the uniqueness of every person with Down syndrome. You know, I'll be wearing silly socks on 3/21. Another thing that you can do is random acts of kindness. So we like to celebrate by doing nice things for other people. Maybe holding the door for a stranger. Maybe making something and giving it to your neighbor. Maybe volunteering somewhere. There's lots of ways that you can help and show love a little bit extra in March. We think that's super important here at the DSA. We have so many fun events planned to celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. The weekend of March 21st, there are bowling events, play events, arcade, jumping events, dances, and so much more. So be sure to check out our website for more information about all of those events, and be sure to get signed up. Now, I want to talk about one more thing before we finish here today. This year, we're celebrating abilities. So sometimes people will call Down syndrome a disability. And we like to celebrate the abilities of all of our friends who have Down syndrome. So let's think about all the cool things that people with Down syndrome can do. They can work. They can go to school with their peers. They can exercise. They can play sports. They can dance. They can cheer. They can do all the same things that you and I can do. It's super important that we remember that people with Down syndrome are not defined by their disability, but defined by their abilities to be an amazing, wonderful human being in our society. We never want to discount our friends with Down syndrome. They are capable, amazing, and worth celebrating on March 21st. How are you going to celebrate this year? Friends, thanks for joining me today on Living Your Best Life. I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you celebrate a lot on the 21st, and I hope that you continue to live your very best life. Happy World Down Syndrome Day.